Hello my Wolfpack and welcome to a brand new team builder video of the TBL week 3. So this week we are versing GoldoaDragon, and yes, the New York Empoleons are very scary. This team literally, uh, I just didn't know how to prep for it. In honesty, I was just like, oh my god, there is so much brute force here. There is also defense. There is also, like, this team, despite the fact that he was the one that was actually running the stream and, like, doing everything, was really well drafted. It's crazy, crazy what he's got on here. So he's got Entei, Kieran Black, Weezing, Tapu Lele, Empoleon, Mega Lopunny, Cradily, Jolteon, Scolipede, Spiritomb, and Claydol. So quite a ferocious team there. The top 6 are the 6 that I think he's probably going to bring. So we have Entei, Kieran Black, Weezing, Tapu Lele. I've got the hiccups. What's his name? Empoleon and Mega Lopunny. That's what I think he's going to bring. I'm not 110% sure, but I feel like that is kind of the team that's going to go for it. I feel the Lele, the Kieran Black, and the Entei are all definitely 100% coming. Pretty sure the Mega Lopunny is coming as well. The Empoleon to fill out that Dragon Fairy Steel Core probably is coming. And the Weezing, I think, just rounds it off really well with a nice defensive mon. Yeah, very scary. Obviously, I'm expecting the Entei to probably be banded, in honesty. I'm expecting Kurum or Lele to be scarfed. I'm expecting the Weezing to probably be Black Sludge. The Empoleon to be especially defensive with leftovers, and the Mega Lopunny is obviously holding a Lopunny Eye, but it's just gonna tear through my team, quite honestly. But I have tried my best to come up with some things that hopefully we'll be able to. The Claydol, if that comes, I think it will either be Greens or Stealth Rocks, and run defensively or especially defensively. Spiritomb, I think, will be more of like a, I don't know, I didn't really look up Spiritomb too much. I don't think it's coming. If it does, I don't think it's the best mon. Like, in defenses, special defenses, I should be able to deal with it. I've got Tapu Koko on my team as well, so it's like foreshadowing a little bit, but you're here to watch this anyways. Spiritomb, I don't think is coming really. Scolipede, I think, could potentially come over the Weezing, depending on what he wants to do. But I think he would rather have that defense over another brute attacker, because you've already got 4 really strong attackers here. Jolteon, I also thought could come. Jeez, I just spat everywhere. Jolteon, I also thought could come. I thought Jolteon was like quite a nice mon for him to bring, especially against my Coco, because obviously my Thunderbolt will do absolutely nothing. Cradily could come over the Empoleon, but I just feel like the Empoleon probably will come more. I don't know. I just have a feeling that the Empoleon is going to be like a Defogger, Stealth Rock Setter, Scold, and I don't know, maybe Ice Beam or something. I don't know. It's going to be a Pokemon, to say the least. I think that it's going to be a setup mon, quite honestly. Kieran Black, I would personally rather the Kieran Black was scarfed than the Lele. If the Lele is scarfed, I'm going to have such a tough time. But the fact that I'm expecting the Entei to be banded, I don't know if he will then put another choice item on another mon, because that really does limit you quite a great deal. So I don't know if that will happen. If it doesn't, like, if we see a Life Orb, what's it called, Kieran Black, or like a Calm Mind, I think possibly see a Calm Mind Tapu Lele, because throughout the league, looking at all the stats, it's very much bulky mon that are getting the kills, and a lot of it is Calm Mind setups. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Calm Mind setup on Tapu Lele, but we can kind of cope with that. I think we can sort of deal with it. We have, yeah, I think that's it for kind of my first analysis. The Mega Lopunny is really scary. Base 135 speed, high jump kick. Return is just going to break through everything. It's got Scrappy as its ability as well, so it can hit Ghost and Ghost types, with fighting types and normal type moves. But yeah, very scary team, and I am now going to go through what I have decided to do this week, to kind of counter everything... Nope, that is the wrong slide. Okay, so there we go. Do you want my face? I'm gonna probably put my face in here. I'm gonna be very unprofessional. Gonna put my face in on top on the... Yep, there we go. There's my face, nice and big. I like having my face here. I like having my face, even though it's mostly gonna be looking at the screen. And now we're gonna go to Showdown. Okay, so I have a bit of a mixed team this week. Fairly, actually, I think it's the exact same Pokemon that I brought last week. Potentially. No, I didn't bring Nihilego, I brought Como, but yeah, it was really difficult to decide to what I actually bring. I thought Sigilyph worked really well in this matchup. I was going to potentially run Choice Scarf Sigilyph because the Psychic just took out so much. But then I was like, I don't know if Nihilego can do a better job. And I think I just decided to have Nihilego there as well, just because it can probably take a hit or two more than Sigilyph. And just Sigilyph wasn't working against other mons as well. But first of all, we have Nihilego with Choice Scarf, Power Gem, Sludge Wave, Psychic, and Thunderbolt. So Psychic is there to deal with the Mega Lopunny. I've basically done our speed, so we 100% outspeed the Mega Lopunny. I don't believe the Mega Lopunny can get a gets any speed boosting moves unless he wants to run speed boosting moves, but I don't think he will because its speed is already super high. So we got the 120 in speed there specifically for the Lopunny. Outspeeds not Scarfed Kurum or Lele. I think outspeeds everyone on the team as long as it's not Scarfed. But if it is Scarfed, in the case of the Lele, the Kurum Black, or the Entei, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. We're going to have a little bit of a harder time. But I'm going to talk through the sets, kind of why I did them. Power Gem obviously is a stab rock type move and can deal with Kurum Black. I think 2 hit KOs, maybe 1 hit KO after Stealth Rock, I can't quite remember, but I know we can definitely live a hit from the Kurum Black. I also chucked a load in defense because it almost, I think it was like the Lopunny, we managed to live a return or high jump kick. I can't remember which one it was. I think it might have been high jump kick. We live a high jump kick from the Lopunny with this, well no, it's like an 80... I think there's an 80% chance for it to knock us out, actually. So there's more of a chance to live if I've got this kind of investment. So that's kind of why I went there. We have Psychic for the Weezing. We also have Psychic for the Scolipede. We have Power Jump for Scolipede as well. I can't actually remember his mons off the top of my head. But yeah, we have and the Mega Lopunny, obviously. Lele, we've got Sludge Wave there. I can't think off the top of my head because I did these calcs ages ago. I need to actually have a refresh. But I believe after Stealth Rocks there is a 50-something% chance that Sludge Wave will kill. So I'm hoping that will happen. Psychic, as I explained. Thunderbolt is there for the Empoleon. Obviously, I don't want to get bogged down that. Obviously, he's probably going to know that I'm Choice Scarfed. He will probably know that I'm Choice Scarfed. I did, like, I was laying in bed this morning, I was like, excuse me. I was laying in bed this morning, I was like, do I just bring Choice Specs instead and just work my way around it? But then I was like, no, because that Lopunny is going to be destructive if I'm Choice Specs. It's going to take out everything on my team quite easily. So this is specifically to deal with the Lopunny more. The Psychic there really kind of helps. And yeah, I think this is just going to be possibly a late game sweeper. I need to get chip damage on quite a few mons for it to ensure... I cannot talk! For it to be sure to take out the Pokemon. Yes, so hopefully if I get a load of chip damage off some things, it should be fine. Then next up we have Donphan, and speaking of chip damage, we have Stealth Rocks here. We have Donphan with, I don't know, yes, I did put leftovers on this thing. Earthquake, Knockoff, and Ice Shard. So Earthquake takes out the Empoleon. I think, well, if the Empoleon's sashed, then it's not going down. If the Empoleon, if the Empoleon's sashed, it causes issues. Quite a great deal because I then can't. If it's sashed, it's not leftovers. I don't know where I went with that. So if it's sashed, I can deal with it. Earthquake, Ice Shard, and probably over my Sturdy because I'm going to take a liquidation likely if it's offensive, or a Scold if it's defensive. I think we can live a Scold, but I really don't want to because obviously. Burns are chances. Burns a great chance there. Knockoff is to deal with just annoying items. I really have a feeling that one of the Lele or the Kurum is going to be scarfed. So the knockoff is there to get rid of that scarf and make sure that Nihilego can really start dealing some damage. Yeah, this is more just like, and also it can deal with the Entei. You can definitely deal with the Entei 100%. The Earthquake just completely destroys it. We can live a Sacred Fire or a Flare Blitz. So hopefully Donphan can come and clutch there. We've got leftovers to kind of heal ourselves up, back up a little bit. I can't remember what else there was in this team. I think Scolipede we can just about cope with. Earthquake I think will do a great deal of damage anyways because it's neutral. Spiritomb I think we can do damage on. We can knock off its item. It's probably going to hold leftovers if it's coming. Claydol I think we can take out with a knockoff, or it was very low. It was either we can take it out with a knockoff, or a knockoff and Ice Shard takes it out. That was what was there. What else was there? What else was there on this team? Cannot recall. Like, geez, I'm so tired. I've only just kind of got up. It's like 20 to 10, 20 to 11. I've only just got up an hour ago. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's it for Donphan. But Donphan kind of deals with some stuff. Obviously, we have Scizor or Scissorite because we have to have Mega. With Swords Dance, Bug Bite, Bullet Punch, and Roost. So after Swords Dance, this thing can destroy. Bug Bite, I believe, takes out Lele 100% after a Swords Dance. If it's not a Swords Dance, I believe we can do like 90-something%. So if we can get Stealth Rocks off there, it can work. Bullet Punch is kind of worrying at some points because, yeah, Bullet Punch doesn't do anything if the Psychic Terrain is up, which this, I believe Bullet Punch 100% takes out the Tapu Lele, assuming there's no defense investment, but I don't think there will be. 100% takes out the Tapu Lele with Bullet Punch, but the annoying thing is, obviously I can't use my priority moves when Psychic Terrain is up, so I might have to kind of work around that with my Bug Bite. That's part of the reason why I have got Bug Bite on there. And then Roost is the heal out because I am likely to take a couple of hits. Definitely. I also think that, like, the Lele, if it's HP Fire, after one setup, I believe we still live, just, on a Calm Mind. If it's not set up, I believe it does like 60 to 70-something%. I think, off the top of my head, I can't quite recall. Obviously, I'll be doing these calcs in the match, so I'll see. The Swords Dance, Bug Bite, Bullet Punch. Yeah, Bullet Punch hopefully will come in handy. Don't want to see this thing against the Entei. The Bullet Punch can do damage on the Kurum Black. The Scolipede, I'm not sure what Scolipede can really do to Scizor, but again, I'm not sure what we can do to it, so it's kind of like a toss-up there. Mega Lopunny, I think we can live a hit, just about, but we can't really hit as hard as I would like to. What else there? The Jolteon, I think we can kind of deal with Bullet Punch or Bug Bite. Quite honestly, I think that's fine. The Weezing could be an issue, could definitely be an issue here, because obviously that Weezing is going to be defensive. I can't think of the rest of his mon. Cradily, I think Bullet Punch is super effective still. We've got Bug Bite on there. I'm not too worried about the Cradily too much. I think that we would win in that match. Yeah, because like it's well, it could have Leech Seed on it, but I don't know. The Empoleon is another issue. It can probably take us out before we can take out it. Obviously, Bullet Punch isn't going to be doing a great deal of damage, neither is Bug Bite. What else is there? What else is there on this team? I feel like I'm forgetting something really, really huge. Claydol, Bug Bite, I'm fine with. And then the Spiritomb, I can probably deal with Bug Bite. I'm not sure how. I can't remember if Steel types are normal effective or not very effective against Ghost types. I can never remember this. So I'll be running the calcs in the match anyway, so I'm not too worried. But I think, like, I ran all these calcs and did these ones specifically because I knew that they can handle everything. So yeah, Scizor I think is a pretty good mon in this matchup. If I get a couple of Swords Dances up, assuming that Psychic Terrain is gone, assuming the Entei is also gone, I can really start doing some work with Bullet Punch. So hopefully we'll be good. Hopefully, yeah. And then we have Tapu Koko here with Electrium Z, because Gigavolt Havoc takes out the Lele in one, guaranteed. Well, unless it's max, like, unless it's got a super high, I think it needed like 100 and something to not guarantee 100 and something in special defense. And then we've got Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, Roost, and U-Turn. Dazzling Gleam is there for the, I think this is the exact same set I brought last week. Dazzling Gleam is there for the Current Black because I know that that is going to be horrible to deal with. The Tapu Lele, we can, as I said, we can deal with Electrum Z, Thunderbolt. I can't remember the rest of his team. Jolteon is an issue. Jolteon does more damage to us than we do to it, but if we've already got some chip damage on it, hopefully we can kind of pull that forward. We've also got Roost, reliable healing recovery. I cannot talk. Do have to be really cautious if the Jolteon comes, because if I use my Electrum Z and the Jolteon comes in, it's not going to do anything at all. Claydol, kind of a bit of an issue, but I think U-turn, we can definitely U-turn out on that situation. Spiritomb, Dazzling Gleam, we have there. I'm just trying to feel off the top of my head. Wheezing is a bit of an issue, definitely a bit of an issue, but I think Thunderbolt does do about 70-ish%. I can't remember the rest of the team again. Mega Lopunny, Dazzling Gleam, I think destroys it, but I think we also have a chance to be taken out by the return, so gotta be cautious there. I can't actually remember the rest of his team. Jeez, this is terrible. I should have written it down. I should have definitely written it down. Yeah, the Lele, I think I've covered all the main ones that I want to deal with. Scolipede, I don't really want to stay in against, quite honestly. Maybe Thunderbolt will do some damage, but I don't think I'd really stay in against it. Cradily, I think Dazzling Gleam does somewhat well against it. U-turn might do some damage against it, so I'm not really too worried about that. Let's go to Blastoise now. Let's go to Blastoise. So Blastoise I'm running as defensive this week. Now last week I ran it especially defensive. This week I'm running it as defensive. With Scald, Protect, Rapid Spin, and Aura Sphere holding the Rocky Helmet. So Scald is to try and get burns off on probably the Current Black, although I don't know if he's going to run it as a mixed sweeper. I don't know if he's going to run attack. I don't know if he's going to run a special attack. Scald also deals with the Entei. Yeah, so hopefully the Scald will come in handy there. Also, you can get some damage on the Cradily. I don't really want to be in against Cradily, but it's there. Can burn most things, can hopefully do something to the Spiritomb, can get rid of the Claydol probably, or I'm pretty sure I can get rid of the Claydol. I can't think off the top of my head. Scolipede, I think I can live a few hits. If I can try and get a burn off on that, that would be huge. Tapu Lele, I don't want to stay in just in case it has Thunderbolt. If it doesn't have Thunderbolt, then I should be not good, but maybe coping. Maybe coping. Jolteon definitely don't want to be anywhere near. But yeah, I think Blastoise running this defensively is going to help me really deal with that Mega Lopunny. I've got Protect on here specifically for the high jump kick, because if I Protect and he does high jump kick, he loses 50% of his health, which is huge. It's definitely huge. Rapid Spin is to get rid of those rocks that I think are coming from that Empoleon. And Aura Sphere is kind of to deal with that Empoleon, because I think in a one-on-one match we can probably stall it out with Aura Sphere rather than with it using Scald. At least that's what I would hope, but again, if it still has its leftovers on, that could be a little bit difficult. Rocky Helmet is just to do some like chip damage on things, especially like the Current Black, the Lele, not the Lele, sorry, because Lele's not physical. Basically, all his physical mons. Hopefully, I would get a little bit of stuff on. I don't know if you'd run Rapid Spin or Defog on Empoleon. I don't know if you run physically or physically or specially physically. Can't talk. Offensive, like physical attacker or special attacker. I don't know if he'll run it as that way. If he runs it as special attacker, like physical attacker, sorry, then we have the Rocky Helmet there, obviously. I cannot talk, and this is terrible, but I need to record it, so yeah. And then Porygon 2, I've been running it as defensively, but this week I'm running it especially defensive. Just full special defense, full HP there. And this is to deal with the Tapu Lele, because it is going to be such an annoying one. And if he gets Carmine's up, we are kind of screwed. I think it does about 35 to 40% damage to Porygon standard with Focus Blast. I can recover that damage off fine and hope for a Focus Miss, but if it is Carminded, then we are going to have a little bit of an issue, quite honestly. And then we've got Shadow Ball, specifically for that Lele, because I think it does about 40% itself, and also the chance to lower the special defense, which can be huge, especially if I want to bring in Nihilego afterwards and just kind of do some Sludge Wave. Ice Beam is there kind of just for general damage purposes. I don't think I had a very specific one. I think it was Cradily mostly, Cradily and Claydol, mostly to deal with the Ice Beam. But I think we can get damage off on most things with the Ice Beam, even the current black, so that's all good with me. Protect is to bait out the Lopunny, because I think the Lopunny will come in if he knows that my Blastoise is defensive. He won't want to bring it out against my Blastoise, but he'll then think, oh, his Porygon 2 is probably especially defensive then, so he'll bring in the Lopunny and be like, okay, I can probably take this thing out. High jump kick, but I will predict the high jump kick and protect, and he will lose 50% of his health. So it's kind of to bait the Lopunny basically and deal with that, and then recover is to get my health back because I think I'm going to be taking hits from the Lele definitely. So overall, I think I'm running a lot more defensively this week. I'm trying to kind of deal with the massive attackers that he has. He has like 5 huge attackers on his team. Maybe 6 actually, because I'm like, yeah. So I think we can cover the Crown Black. I think we can cover the Lele. I think I've covered them quite nicely on this team. The Entei I've got kind of coverage for. The Mega Lopunny I've got coverage for. The Weezing I've kind of got coverage for, and Nihilego. I think also we've got like Blastoise and Porygon 2 that can do some damage to them. Even Coco, because he's probably going to run defensively. The Empoleon, I've got mons that can kind of deal with that as well. The Porygon 2 can probably deal with that as well as Blastoise and Coco. Just trying to think of the rest of his team. Cradily is still a little bit of a concern, but I think we can cope with it. Claydol, I'm not worried about at all. I think we've got lots of coverage for Claydol. I can't remember the rest of the down team. I really cannot. Scolipede is a little bit of a concern. I don't know if I can really take out Scolipede hugely, but I think Nihilego can probably help deal with that. Scizor can probably do little bits and bobs. Tapu Koko, I think, can do things. Blastoise can probably do things. Porygon 2 probably can do things. So I'm not as concerned. I think the fact that we're running very defensively this week is going to be... It's going to lead to a longer match, probably. It's going to lead to a longer match. It's going to mean that I'm going to have to actually think my plays through again, like last week. Last week we did incredible. We got a 6-0. Well, we 6-0'd Alex and the Wisconsin Whimsicots. I don't think that's going to happen this week, but I'm hoping that the team I've put together can actually hold up against the massive onslaught that can be caused by some of these mons. But yes, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. The battle will be in the description below. The link might not be active just yet, but be sure to check that out tomorrow. Hopefully it's going to be a good match. I haven't done that. I'm having the match this evening, so wish me luck. Wish me luck. Well, even though it's probably like a week and a half later. Anyways, I'm getting out of here, so I hope you had a good one, and I will see you soon.